Hi, it's Tip Tuesday, and today's topic of discussion is contingency on finding a replacement property. So what does that mean? Well, a lot of people that currently own a home have to sell that home before they can purchase another. And that's what we're going to discuss today.
So one of the main reasons why you'd want to do this is you want to sell your house and take that equity to use as a down payment on a purchase. Or you don't want to have two mortgages that you're paying at the same time. Or you don't qualify for two mortgages at the same time, so you have to sell in order to buy something. And then lastly, you don't want to keep the house and rent it out. You'd rather just sell it and buy something else.
Right. And there's a lot of fear that goes along with this.
Yes.
We hear it quite often. And I think the biggest fear is being homeless, like selling your house and then having no place to go. So we're going to discuss briefly on how you can accomplish that. So in the California real estate purchase contract, there's actually an addendum you can include in there that you tell Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I'm going to sell you my home, but I need to find a replacement property. So basically the buyer waits there until you get into contract on your purchase. And the reason you want your house in escrow is because when you find the house that you want, that seller to take a contingency sell, that's a whole nother Tip Tuesday, they're gonna want to make sure that your house is already in escrow. They're not gonna wanna take their house off the market and wait for you to sell it. So in the addendum that you include, there's actually two contingencies. The first contingency is finding the replacement property. It's pre-written, you have 17 days, but that's negotiated. It could be more or less. And basically, your Mr. and Mrs. Buyer just sit there and wait until you find the house. And the time frames don't start until you find the house. So see, you have nothing to lose. You're tying up your property while you go find another house.
So there's a reason why this form is here is to protect you, so that you don't have to have that fear.
Right. And then the second the second contingency, there's a box that actually has to be checked. And it's really important that box is checked because this also protects you. And I do see a lot of contracts come across my desk from other agents, and that box isn't checked. So one reason or another they didn't, but in my opinion, I think the box should be, and that says that it is contingent upon a concurrent close. So what does that mean? So you're purchasing a house over here, you're selling a house over here. For some reason, you don't get this house. Maybe you do the inspections and you find out something's wrong with it. Well, then you go back to the buyer and it cancels. You go back to the buyer and you're like, I'm sorry, I can't find a house. So you don't have to sell your home. So that's why it's, you're protected. So it's really important to have communication with your realtor to make sure you explain your goals, your fears, and that person is actually able to implement all those things prior to listing your home and prior to getting in contract on another home.
Yeah, so hopefully that keeps you a little more informed and can ease your mind, so you know that there is this protection. That's the reason the form was created, so that you could sell your house and not have that fear of not knowing where to go. If you guys are liking these Tip Tuesdays, we are going to be continuing them, but they'll be in the next few weeks. We'll be putting them on our YouTube from now on, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to watch the full ones, check out our YouTube.
See you next week.
Bye.